I'm just back from my run and I wanted to get this week's video out because tomorrow morning I meet with Dr. Jeff to follow up on my VO2 Max test and see what the results were, see what that all means, and see what I do with that information going forward. Have tons of questions, and so I'm preparing for that for tomorrow morning. In real life, this is Tuesday. This video, you'll see this video on Wednesday, the same day that I'm actually interviewing Dr. Jeff. So then I'll get the VO2 Max video out sometime in the next week. So many questions for him. But I thought, what a great opportunity to kind of look forward to what's happening. I'm not training for a run right now. And you know, I feel kind of like a university student who's just finished their exams for the year and summer has started and they know they're kind of free for the next little while until September. And it feels the same when you're an adult, when you finish a big project. So I just finished that half marathon. My training is done. I need to keep active and I want to keep running through the summer, but not in a structured, formal way. But I am going to keep running, and that's part of what I wanted to share with you in this video. I'm looking at the next couple months as a bit of a summer reset. I'm in Nova Scotia, Canada, and now our summers are so short here. You've seen my videos of running in the rain, the snow, the wind. Summer is such a short time. It just goes in the blink of an eye. So I thought, you know what? This summer, my videos will focus on a mix match of topics, and I'm going to call it the Runner's Ramble. I find running is just a time for your brain to slow down and just think about different things. We'll talk about aging well, retirement, fitness, leadership in life, and leadership at work. We'll talk about things you're learning. I would love to hear some feedback about things that you're learning as you progress through your seasons of life. On this run, I don't know, it just felt great not to be watching my watch, not to be looking at my heart rate. I checked the distance a couple times. I did check my heart rate a couple times because it's warm. I'm not used to running in the heat. We've only had a couple of warm runs so far, so I was checking my heart rate just to make sure it wasn't getting too high. It wasn't. It's not that hot, and I wasn't going that fast. But other than that, I was just taking in the scenes. I'm about just a little over 3 kilometers. Summertime, well, really every season, but especially summer because it's so short, is about taking in the view, appreciating it, just drinking it all in. But then, of course, you do have to get back to your movement or your running. Running for me, as I said, it lets your brain kind of, I don't know, just go into a slow motion type of thing. It's like, you know how when you're having a shower, sometimes you come up with the greatest ideas or you solve a problem that's been nagging at you when you're in the shower? It's the same thing with running. And so for me, that usually happens somewhere between kilometer 3 and 8, that I have this burst of ideas, or I've solved a problem, or I've come up with a new question. So I'll be sharing all of that. I'll try to put some structure to it because I do have a tendency to ramble. I'm well aware of that. I'm working on that and trying to keep it a little bit structured. But I hope you'll be with me for the summer. And it really does seem like, whether we're talking about VO2 Max or whether we're talking about retirement or interval training or speed work or hills or long, slow runs or living well or gardening, whatever we're talking about, I feel like it all comes back to, how do we keep living fully as we age? Oh, there'll be lots of running and lots of thoughts along the way. Oh, just heard a great quote. Humans' greatest weapon against stress is the ability to choose one thought over another. Oh, I love that. Yes, we know your thoughts matter, and we have the ability to choose them. It doesn't mean if you're feeling hopeless and in despair that you choose a thought of pure joy. No, that doesn't work. But just choosing one other thought. Oh, I feel so miserable. What could this be teaching me? Or, I feel so miserable, but just in this moment, I'm so grateful for my cup of tea, my dog, the ability to be outside. I am going to put that on a poster to remind myself. Your thoughts matter. I keep I keep flipping my little microphone here. So tomorrow I'll be talking to Dr. Jeff about the VO2 Max results, and I don't know, do you say VO2 Max test results? Anyway, the results of running as hard as I could for that short period of time and having everything measured in the lab. It was awesome. Such a great experience. And so talking to him tomorrow morning, working on that video in the next week. Hey, a little post video edit. It's the next day and I just wrapped up my interview with Dr. Jeff. And I can't wait to put this in a format and share it with you. So keep an eye out for that video. This week on Saturday, I have a little short video that's ready to come out on my first runner's ramble. A little thought that hit me halfway through my 7-kilometer run this week. And you know, I would love to know what topics, are there any topics that you have that you would like me to cover? I so appreciate you as a viewer. Like, I love this channel. It's not a big channel and it doesn't matter to me. It's not monetized. I'm not making any money on my channel, but I love doing it. I feel such a connection to you as a viewer. So let me know, do you have any specific questions, any topics you want me to cover over the summer? It could be topics on retirement, fitness over 50. It could be topics on personal growth, on leadership. I am another little project that I'm working on that I'm trying to get done for the fall is I have an online course that I'm starting to offer soon in the fall. It's not about running and lead your living. It's about leadership, communication, and listening. I'm calling it Listening to Lead. Anyway, so that is a big project for me this summer, and I'm hoping I'll be able to get that done for the fall. Tell me, what are you working on? And tell me what topics you'd like me to cover. If any of this resonates with you, give me a like. I always like to know that people are actually out there and listening to the content. Or if you know somebody else who might benefit from any of these videos, share it, send it along. And of course, always there's an option to subscribe. And just as a reminder, there's a lot of misinformation about there. A lot of people think that to subscribe to a channel, you have to pay money. You don't. You hit the subscribe button and you're subscribed. You don't pay to subscribe to a channel. So if you want to follow along and get the videos as they're released, hit subscribe. And whether it's summer, spring, winter, or fall, most of my runs end the same way, with a nice cup of tea and, of course, an after 8. I'm Angela, and this is Lead Your Living. I can't wait to see you in the next video. I wish you could smell these. Oh my gosh. It's probably the reason I can't breathe through my nose, but they do smell amazing. Notice your surroundings.